How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to be talking about battle styles now. We're going to look at all the data for the Sword and Shield sets. We're going to check out just how much gains they've had in comparison to battle styles. And on top of that, we're going to look at the top 10 singles and see how they've been performing since March. Or actually the last 3 months. But let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Right here, I have the spreadsheet of the April and March booster box prices and total set value prices. So Battle Styles right here, the set value in March was $467.77, and the booster box was going for around $109. There's about 10 cards in this set right now that have $10 or more in value. And so now, in terms of value, as an entire set, the set has a total value of $479.60, and it's currently in 8th place out of all 12 sets for total set value. So since March, that's been a gain of 2.53%. So in the past month, it has gained 2.53%, which is significant because Battle Styles was sitting at around $109, $104 for a really long time, like 6 months, and maybe even longer than that, honestly. And so now the booster box is actually in last place for total set value. It's currently sitting in 12th place. But overall, the booster box gained since March up until now, April 2022, or April 22nd. What am I saying? So the booster box has gained 6.42%. So if we compare that to the booster box of Chilling Reign since March, that's Chilling Reign has gained 17.24%. Evolving Skies has still gained a decent amount of value right in the last 6 months. So since March, Evolving Skies has gained 6.43%. Fusion Strike has gained 9.13%. And Brilliant Star since March has gained 6.36%. And then look at Astral Radiance. I know it's available, I think, still on the Pokemon Center, right? They restocked it. But when it sold out, and even before it sold out, I think on TCG Player, it's still, this is the value I have, 168. So that's a 20.7% gain since March. And in March, it was selling for $139. And then right here we have Lost Origin, 4.98% since March. Let's see, $167 right here, and now it's selling on TCG Player for $175 and some change. That's the market price on TCG Player. So it's gained 4.98% since March. Let's see, Silver Tempest has only gained 1.75%, which is significant because, 138 in March for the booster box sounds cheaper than 140, even though it's not an entirely big value. 140, we start to get to that MSRP price, right? Retail price. And then if we want to compare that to Sword and Shield Base, Sword and Shield Base has gained 1.54%, currently selling for $272. Rebel Clash has actually taken some losses lately, 2.4%. Darkness Ablaze, 5.4%, which is a pretty good amount. It was selling for $150 in March and currently selling for $142. And then Vivid Voltage, it has also taken a loss at 2.46% since March. And so, battle styles, let's go ahead and get into the singles. But if we do the rankings right here, overall set value, battle styles is in 8th. So before battle styles with more value currently is Silver Tempest at around $629. And then Astral Radiance, $759.35. And look at Brilliant Star, $759.96. So really close in terms of total set value with Astral Radiance. Astral Radiance has a lot of depth and a trainer gallery. And Brilliant Stars has that big chase card and the Charizard and the Rainbow V-Star Charizard. And then the Evolutions, and then a pretty decent trainer gallery. But overall, the set value is pretty close, right? Evolving Skies, of course, is in first with a total set value of $2,928. I think it's neck and neck with Team Up now from Sun and Moon. And then Chilling Reign in second, $1,257. And so yeah, we have Battle Styles in 8th place, $479. After Battle Styles is Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield base, and then Vivid Voltage, and then Darkness Ablaze. So it's definitely one of the weaker sets for Sword and Shield in terms of sets with the alt arts. However, we probably all know that Battle Styles was the first set to even introduce alt arts. So let's go ahead and look at those alt arts. Here are the top 10 cards right now performing in Battle Styles with a couple of omits, but I'll still show them the gold cards. And so first off, we have the Tyranitar V alt art. In March was selling for $90.44. And look at those gains now, $115.28. So that is a 27.5% gain. And honestly, if you've seen pictures or you've had this card in your hand, it looks pretty nice with that texture on it. All right, next we have the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX alt art, $52 in March, currently selling for only $53.80. So that's a gain of 3.46%. But look at that resurgence in interest in sales right now. So it looks like it's in the upward trend. So we're going to go ahead and see how well that does. Same thing with the Tyranitar. It was exploding. It just started shooting up in value ever since, I guess, Battle Styles started getting bought up in the past, or for the past couple weeks. There's a lot of sales going on for Battle Styles. But yeah, so Tyranitar and the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX are doing pretty well right now. They look like they're in the upward trend. We'll see how long that lasts, but Tyranitar was flat for a while, and the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX was in a downward trend, it looks like, for the last 3 months. So it's really good that it's starting to make a comeback. All right, next we have the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX alt art, the cousin to the Rapid Strike, right? Not as popular. However, look at that, all of a sudden bounce back in value. So that boomerang right there that we see is probably a lot of buyouts happening, and so the price kind of surged back up. But in March, this card was selling for $28.01, currently selling for $30.73. So that is a 9.77% gain. Next up, we have the Empoleon V alt art. Honestly, I think one day this card will be like the third most expensive card in the set. It isn't yet, but the fact that it's so cheap, we've already seen with the Umbreon V, the Ghastly and Temporal Forces, like really cool popular cards that are really affordable tend to get bought up. So let's see what happens with this Empoleon in the future. I have high hopes for this card. It has so many Pokemon on it, and it's just an epic starter Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl. But let's look at this. Look at this resurgence in value. It just started shooting back up. Another boomerang, was flat for a while, dropped down quickly, and then got bought up. In March, this card was selling for $27.85, currently selling for $30.11, and that is an 8.11% gain. So 8%, that's pretty good in the past 2 months. Next up, we have one of my favorite cards. These Urshifu cards I really like, but look at that buyout. Look at that resurgence in interest, and this card getting bought up a lot. It's pretty interesting to see, right? So in March, this card was selling for $12.62, currently selling for a low $13.40, but that's still a 6.19% gain. Next, we have the Phoebe full art card. This card is actually really cool. Has a really nice texture on it too, and it looks like it was in a downward trend for a while the past 3 months, but it's starting to get bought up again. And so this card was selling for $11.89 in March, and now it's selling for $12.07. Not a big gain, but it's in the upward trend, so that's good to see. We'll see how long that lasts, and currently that is a gain of 1.5%, so nothing too crazy, but good to see. Overall, this battle style set, surprisingly, seeing some increase in value for the cards. The cards are getting, a little bit of more interest in the community, I think, and so people are buying up some of their copies that they want to just have in their collection or maybe sell down the line. Next, we have the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. It was getting quite popular, it looks like, in March. Looks like the sales were going up. And so this card was selling for $10.32. Currently now selling for $10.56. So that's only a gain of 2.33%. But it looks like it's hit a good stable price point. And so we're going to see how long that lasts if it starts to trade sideways for a while. So that is a 2.3% gain. Next, we have the Rapid Strike Urshifu V I think this card is awesome. I think this card will also be a more expensive card in the future, especially because in the VGC, the video game console, and it's still a playable Pokemon in the video game, even with Scarlet and Violet and all those new Pokemon being out. So that's really surprising to see that this Pokemon is still getting heavily used in the VGC and in the tournaments. It's still a really viable Pokemon. But anyways, so let's look at the values. In March, this card was selling for $11.11. Currently selling for $10.55. So that is a loss of 5.4%. So we'll see if it trades sideways for a while. Will it hit that $11 mark? Maybe. It's really close, right? It's only 50 cents. So only time will tell in the next 3 months if it trades sideways for a little while. But currently has lost 5% since March in value. Next, we have the Houndoom Secret Gold Rare card. In March was selling for $11.14. Now selling for $10.08. And it looks like it's kind of making a nice little rebound. We'll see if it starts to trade sideways as well for a while, or if it'll keep surging a little bit in price. However, that is a loss from March to April. That's a loss of 9.52%. So maybe people saw the card, thought it was quite popular, and thought, hey, if I can get this card for under $10, like, that's a steal, because it's a beautiful shiny gold card. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's the Houndoom shiny card. Houndoom's a great Pokemon. All right, and finally we have the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. It looks like it was doing pretty well for the past 3 months, selling at a high of $8.80. And in March, it was selling for $8.60. However, currently selling for $8.53, but it looks like it's trading sideways for the past 3 months. So that looks really great. Looks like a real stable for this card, real stable price for this card. And I mean, the texture on these cards are absolutely amazing on those rainbow cards. Some rainbow cards I actually like. They're not all great, but when they're popular Pokemon, they do kind of look sick. And it definitely depends on the artwork too. All right, now that's a loss of 0.8%, so nothing too crazy. Okay, next up, just a couple honorable mentions. They're just gold cards. The EXP share selling for about $10. The level ball, $9.30. And then the Corviknight VMAX, $9.07. So that's the top 10 values for the cards. Now let's go ahead and talk about a couple factors to consider. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at this booster box. So the booster box right here, it looks like the past 3 months, right, this card was selling for sub $110. I was able to get 3 booster boxes, one on StockX for $107, and then also the other 2 from Game Nerds was actually selling them for like $106, free shipping. And if you had points on Game Nerds, you could just apply those $5 or $10 off points. So I was able to get 3 booster boxes for about $107 each. And look at these past recent sales. So this is April 21st, $124.99. And then April 19th, $134.95 for 2 booster boxes. And then another sale for $124.99. So this booster box is doing really well. Most of the sales are around $120 and $130. So it looks like this booster box is getting pretty hyped up right now, because, you know, how long is it until the Pokemon Center actually finally runs out of stock on this set? And we're going to get into print run in a minute, but this set was heavily printed. It came right after, what was it, Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze. Darkness Ablaze maybe not as much as Vivid Voltage, but there was a lot of reprints actually on the Darkness Ablaze ETBs. So, you know, it's kind of hard to find mint boxes for this. This one even has kind of like a weird front ding in it, but for the most part it's pretty mint. It's pretty nice. It just has like a weird shape to it. But my other 2 boxes, one looks really clean and one looks so. So honestly, getting mint booster boxes of Battle Styles, I felt like is going to be kind of tough, because it's such an old set. It's about 4 years old, and so we're going to end up seeing just how strong this set can go, because right now it's starting to take off, and so it'll be interesting to see how long it takes off. And, you know, with the rest of Sword and Shield sets, they're all going to do really great. Astral Radiance is on the come up right now. It's definitely a buy on the Pokemon Center. Personally, I do not have any, but I want to get at least 1 box. But, you know, you got to figure out what you're willing to spend on right now. But I think Battle Styles, let's go ahead and look at my argument for battle styles and why I think it's worth picking up. So I highlighted 3 of these Pokemon: the Tyranitar V, the Urshifu V Max, and the Empoleon that I somehow got backwards. That's funny. But so the current booster box market price is 115, but the last few sales has been for $130. So that is under Pokemon Center's retail value of 143. So first off, right there, you're already saving about, after taxes on the Pokemon Center, you're getting booster boxes for like 153. Now there's other options as well. Lost Origin is still available. That's a good pickup. Brilliant Stars is a great pickup. But if you already have those sets, it might be worth picking up at least a booster box or more than a booster box of Battle Styles. And some people have been making the huge play of getting the sealed case. The sealed case values, we can check those out in a minute. But yeah, so $130 I think is a great price for this set. It was sitting around $109, $106 for like a year now. And I think it's a great opportunity to pick up right now. We looked at the top 10 card prices for the set, and then the popularity. So it's not the most popular Sword and Shield set, right? I'm pretty sure people would prefer Silver Tempest or Astral Radiance over these sets. But definitely better than Rebel Clash, than Darkness Ablaze, than Vivid Voltage, you know, because it has the alternate arts, and there's so many alt arts in this set. And so like, it's definitely an Urshifu set and everything, but I think because of the popularity of Tyranitar and the Empoleon, that's going to push the set a little bit more, I think, in the future. It does have all those Urshifus, but the fact that it has that Empoleon is really great. So let's go ahead and check out those booster box cases. We might as well, just to see like what's going on with those cases. I'm sure they're not as expensive as, oh my gosh, look at these prices, like $663 for, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sealed booster box case. Let's check it out. So market price $663, 780. So you're looking about more like $780 actually. So it looks like the past few sales have been for 700, 700, and 697. So relatively the same, and it's been a while since the last few sales actually. But I mean, in comparison to other Sword and Shield sets, gosh, like you're getting I think over time your value is going to come back for this set, because right here we already have 10 cards above $10. That's more than Sword and Shield base, that's more than Rebel Clash, that's certainly more than Darkness Ablaze and Vivid Voltage. So Battle Styles already has 10 cards above $10 in value. This set came out in 2021, so in the early era, right, of Sword and Shield. There was those first 4 sets, and then Battle Styles was that first alternate art set. And then later we got the awesome set of Chilling Reign, right, Evolving Skies, and those sets really started to take off. So this is actually in chronological order. So Silver Tempest, 8 cards above $10. Lost Origin, 9 cards. Astral Radiance, 12 cards. Really heavy depth set. That's really good in terms of an investment too, because the overall set value, I believe, is really going to push these sets even further, maybe than another set. Brilliant Stars, 15 cards above $10 in value now. Fusion Strike, only 8 cards above above $10 in value. Evolving Skies, 33 cards above $10 in value. And Chilling Reign, 23 cards above $10 in value. I'm really big on Chilling Reign too. I think Chilling Reign is going to be second all time for Sword and Shield. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A lot of people think Lost Origin and Fusion Strike are better sets, or they prefer them overall. Let me know what your favorite set is. And if you want me next time to go over these values a little bit more, the total set value and the booster box values, or for a new set, I still haven't done Astral Radiance. That's probably going to be my next video. I'll see you all next time. Have a good one. Peace.